Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Satisfactory. In the last episode, we finished connecting our storage depot to the conveyor belts. And between episodes, I realized that this straight line of conveyor belts wasn't working for me. I was constantly having to jump over them. So we're going to make this small change here of just raising them off the ground. It's a lot less time and labor intensive than moving the storage containers and all of those lines forward, and it will allow us to run under them unimpeded. Of course, my inventory is full here. Doesn't help. Let's drop a few belts. So we just line them up, raise them by 2 positions. Come back over here, same thing. And then connect them. Alright. Let's go outside here and finish setting up our conveyor lifts. So instead of going side to side, as I originally started, this makes much more sense. Having them come out towards me, there's no interference between the conveyor lifts. Also discovered that 24, if you'll see that's 1197 over 24 in the middle there, that's 24 alkylate aluminum sheets per conveyor lift is the ideal number for this. You can just go 24, 24, 24. Flip it around. And it's perfectly aligned. So we'll do this for each of our conveyor wall windows here. This is another place the upcoming blueprint feature will be extremely useful. Just periodically check to make sure that they're all flush with the windows. You're doing this with a mouse. There's no haptic feedback for the distances you choose, so things could quickly slide, either one position too small or too great, and you might miss it. Okay, a few more to go. This really eats the belts. I'm burning through these alkali aluminum sheets. Fortunately, our production is more than enough to compensate for this usage. I'm kind of thinking, just now in the moment, it might be ideal to set up another storage depot on the second floor, so that if you need parts, you don't need to run back down to the ground floor to fetch them. Just as a convenience measure. This flush. That one looks like it's too short. Twenty-four. Man, it's just perspective, but doesn't it look like these heights alternate? Like lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher. I don't know where that is. See, this one definitely looks too high, doesn't it? 24, 24, 24. We'll have to make sure that those all connect to the window. Let me get up there. That one's way too high. 24, 24, 24. But like visually, there's no way that's aligned. This has gotta be a bug. Oh, interesting. Look, you see how it's going up and down? There's like a little bit of leeway there, but it's still 24 belts. I was assuming that each movement would consume another 2 belts, but that's not the case, which means that we need to be more careful with our placement. Much more careful. So for sure, some of these are not aligned. Like this one's not aligned. That's better. Let's finish them off, then we can go back and adjust. 24. Perfect. Okay. So some of these are definitely wrong. This one's wrong. This one looks good. This one's definitely too high. This one's good. This one is too high. Good, good. Too high. Good. Too low. Too high. Good. Good. Too high. Yeah, good. Okay. So we learned something, and that's good to know. We can't just rely on the number of sheets being used. It's too high again. When they're right next to each other like this on the double windows, usually you can just compare it with one that's right next to it to get the right height. What I like to do is look at these, look for these yellow lines at the top or the bottom of the conveyor lift and line those up, and then that's a handy way to make sure that you're hitting the window if you already have one belt that's aligned. Too high. Good. Is this one I just did? Okay, that's good. That one looks good. Actually, it looks like it may be too low. Too low for sure. Let's try to match up those yellow lines. Okay, perfect. Still too low. This really would be easier if you would just count the belts. We got it that time. A few more to fix here. Perfect. Yep. Okay, I think we're good. These two in the end may be too high. It really looks like they are too high, doesn't it? It's hard to tell. Definitely too high. Yep. It's good that we're double checking. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I think we're good. Let's head up to the second floor and just check the perspective from up there. And I need to grab many more belts before we go. So we just burn through a ton. Let's just get rid of these products that we accumulated through that disassembly project there. Okay, that's probably good. Okay. To the second floor. Oh, I can already see there's one that's off. But it looks like they're all good except one. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So we've got this one right here that needs to come, the sulfur. Let's see if we can land on this wall here. Try to do this from up here. Let's get far enough back. Okay. Yeah. It's actually much easier from up here. See, some of these look like they're... Okay. So I was trying to say they look like they're not aligned, but that's just the little like accordion cuff at the end of it. Okay. Let's remove these. And here's the question. Do we set up another storage depot, or go straight into the bus. The storage depot would be convenient. Yeah, I think we do it. I think if we do it correctly, we can do it quickly, and it'll save us time later. So let's just go for it. This time we're going to set them up really close to the wall, or relatively close to the wall. We're going to say, let's try to get a one space out and see how it works. That may be too close for the belts, but we'll try it. On these doubles. Nope, it works. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. We'll have to run down quickly and restock on encased industrial or industrial encased beams. That's not a big deal. Do you want to use, you know, the lower belt's fine. I was gonna say we could do all upper belts. Let's do it. I prefer the upper belts. Obviously we can't use just the upper belts on those. And there are two. But when you have the option, I say you go for the upper belt. So we can get 3 more before we have to resupply. Honestly, we could crank out a few more up here if we just put down a craft bench. Let's do that. I know we've got a few beams on us. This won't go too far, but it'll get us 2 more. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be so close. What are we doing? Okay. Industrial storage. Industrial storage. Okay, let's quickly run over. Look at all the space we've got to work with. I love it. So once we get the storage container set up, little second depot, we'll create a bus. We just need to decide which direction the bus wants to run, because these containers are kind of in the middle. But that's fine. I mean, ideally they'd be in a corner. Whatever. Not a huge deal. But the bus will travel quite a ways around, and it'll probably even wrap down this entire side, that entire west side. So, you know, it's a lot of stack conveyor poles because, I mean, you know, we have like a dozen or more different, more than a dozen, more than a dozen different conveyor lines that we're going to have on these stack conveyor poles. It's going to be huge. But it's a mega factory. Things are big. Let's take 2 stacks of these. Let's get 2 stacks of pipes. Let's go 3 stacks actually. We're going to want industrial storage containers as we build this factory up. Now, there's no way I can float up there. We have to go inside. Run to our ramp. actually. Could probably fly to it faster. Yeah. Look at the speed of this. Love it. It costs a relatively little fuel to stay in the air if you've got that momentum. There we go. Let's just fly out from there. Perfect. So 3 more. Yeah, this took no time at all, and I think it has the potential to save us quite a bit of time later. Well, there'll be no need to run back down to the lower floor. Did I do left lane on the bottom? Okay, let's just mimic that. Wait. There we go. Okay, that took like 3 minutes. Totally worth it. Now, the bus. Okay. Do we want to loop our bus around to the wall? Or do we want to have it right here? See, this is the issue. This is the area that we come in from our jump pads. I think we just have it in front. It's gonna be a little annoying because we'll fly up from the jump pads over here. Like, we can wrap it around. Let's wrap it around. It'll take like another 2 minutes, but it'll be worth it. Okay. So let's count our lines to see how high we need to go. We're not just counting the containers. Okay, we don't need a stack for the cable because they're not used anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, man, 16, 17, 18. That is so high. Whew. It is what it is. So think about the best way to get these on the bus. It's gonna have to be pretty far out. And even then, we're gonna have to use conveyor poles for sure. I mean, conveyor lifts. So knowing that we have to do conveyor lifts, there's no reason to put it too far out. I guess let's just start here, get it started. We could even go closer, knowing that we have to use conveyor lifts anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is ridiculous already. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Holy cow, look at that. That is bonkers. Is that what we want to do? Man, that just looks crazy to me. Let's think about the next level of our factory. We had 15 spots below, so this is going to be well within that. But again, this is 1. It's backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's get back and get some perspective, yeah. So, you know, the stack is still within the height of what we'll need for the next level of our factory. It looks crazy, but that's what we're working with. This is going to use a ton of materials, this bus, like a crazy amount. Alright, let's just get started. Cracks me up. This might be a little tricky with the double, you know, with the storage containers that have 2 lanes outputting, but I think we can make this work. So we're just making sure this is all aligned, and then we're going to wrap it around. Let's see, is that? It's on the vent. So this is going to be like here, and here, yeah. Then it'll be right up against the wall. That's what we want. Actually, can we go over one more? Let's see if we can go over to the wall. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Directly on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Love it. Alright, again, right up against the wall. Oh man, just thinking about the amount of resources this is going to take. Mega factories, a lot of fun. Okay. Oh. Let's just go ahead and do the corners first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Start at the top. Oh man, we need some height here. I think what we really need is a lookout tower, just to simplify this. Make it a little easier. So to be really careful that we're starting on the left side here, because since there's no splitters or mergers or machines to attach, the starting click determines the direction of the belt. It'll flow from the first click to the second click. This is nuts. Okay, now we can just fall back down. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Whew. Do we have the materials to do another corner? I think we do. Oh, let's get some more concrete. Yeah, definitely the right call to have this upper storage depot. With that, we'd be running back down for more concrete already. We're just getting started. One thing I noticed a few episodes ago is that our factory is not producing iron rods, because with our alternate recipes, they're not really used for anything, any of the later components. However, iron rods are used in conveyor poles and stackable conveyor poles, so it would probably be worthwhile to set up just, a small production of iron rods, like even 2 constructors, just producing iron rods and putting them into an industrial storage container to have when we need them. So I'll probably do that at some point in the near future. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. Lost count. Is that 18? Just count the rungs. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to count the rungs from this far below. Okay, got it right. That looks taller, doesn't it? Oh, I guess I already had one placed. Now I've made myself doubt my counting. Counting is hard, guys. Okay, that's right. I'm just choosing to do the corners first because the space is already tight, and it gets tighter when you're running a line of, or 18 lines rather, of conveyor belts directly to them. Just gives us a little more space to work with this that delicate placement. How are we on parts? Okay, we can do a few of the massive stacks over by the storage containers now. Yeah, we've got one more corner here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. One of those is definitely higher. Yep, it's one too many. Fix-It has put me in charge of industrializing this entire planet, and I'm struggling to count to 18. Not great. Man, it's kind of going to be fun pulling items off of these belts when we're ready to actually start the assembly process, which will be the next episode, because it's going to be nearly impossible to know like what's on these upper belts, you know, without flying up there to check. Right now on the experimental server, you can use the color gun to paint belts. Cannot wait for that, because then you could just quickly look, you see a pink and blue belt, it's got crystals on it, easy. But that feature was just added a few weeks ago on experimental, so it hasn't made its way to the early access branch yet. I think they've tentatively scheduled that update for January, possibly February. This is another example of a great place to use a blueprint feature. Fingers crossed that makes it into the January update. What happened there? Just a circular, completely circular conveyor belt. Useless. Okay. I believe we're a little bit low on iron rods already, but we've got enough for maybe 3 full pulls. And honestly, we can take some of these down because this is pointless right here. We're going to just go from the bottom up. So this, actually we can just go here to here. This one's useless. We'll reclaim those materials. This is a 2, right? Twofer? Yep. So this comes over. Now this. That's what I was afraid of. It's already too steep, but not a problem. Got a plan for that, just like Elizabeth Warren. Use a merger. Let's put this merger here. One more. Probably want to stagger these a little bit. So merger, merger. Now this one might be fine. It's too close to the pole. That happens with mergers. The bounding box really can't intersect with the conveyor pole. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to put a conveyor lift here. The smallest conveyor lift possible. Oh man. Invalid shape. Can we scooch this a little closer? I think we can. I think it's okay if the two mergers overlap. This merger can't overlap with the belt. Now we are struggling already. We may need to move. Yep, okay. Unfortunate, but the solution here is to move this out a few. I should have known that was too close. I was foolishly optimistic there. No, that's not what we want to do. Unfortunately, that means our corner, our first corner at least, is yeah. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Let's go over here. Just to get the right angle. Okay. We'll address that later. Let's come over here and find the right distance. Close enough that it's still tidy, but far enough out that the steepness is not an issue. I think we're going to go all the way back here. All the way out. Actually, it'll be right over here for the first one. This may even no longer require a... Yeah, that's nice. No merge is required with that extra distance, at least for these initial ones. this will likely require a merger. But this second, we'll see. This is another twofer. We're adding 2 more conveyor belts. Oh yeah, there's no way. That's not too high. What about this one? Okay, that works. Merger. Let's see if we can do it without the clipping. Merger, Mark 5. Bam. Alright. This is a single. Where are we at? It's at 5, so this will be 6. Pretty sure this will be too high. Oh, just barely makes it. That's nice. And from here on out, I imagine that we'll be using mergers. This is a double. Those aligned. What? Ah, I'm an idiot. Look at that, I jumped farther away. No wonder that worked. Yep, those little alignment mistakes are not going to fly. We want everything as perfectly aligned as possible in this mega factory. Two, three, four. Yeah. Too steep, as I suspected. So we got another pull on this side. Bring the belt over. And then we add a merger. Conveyor lift. Down to just at the top is fine. Preferred even. That was 6, this will be 8. Now we'll need 2 mergers. So, construct the belts. Then the mergers. Watch the bounding boxes for the conveyor poles. Top. Bottom. And we'll just continue that pattern on. This is a good spot to end the episode. We will finish this off and construct the entire rest of this bus in the next episode. Hopefully also get started on some assembling. Please like and subscribe this video if you're enjoying the series. Fill up the comment section with any questions or critiques you might have, and just want to thank everyone for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode.